The show start? Oh, it's our start.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Canada Guns Talk Show, episode 77, Bushwacking It. I'm your host, The Crover. We could have gone with a Halloween name, but I forgot it was Halloween. So instead, we all chose to dress up. Say hello, everybody, and you will only reply by your characters' names for the rest of the episode.
Oh, what's my character name?
Pizza.
Pizza. Okay. I'm Pizza.
There you go.
I'm Elmer, and AR-15s are bad, and no one should own them, and pistols are only for killing people.
Shut up, Fud.
The only kinds of guns you need are a good old deer gun in good old Fuddy 6.
Don't forget your 12-gauge Fud. Good old 12-gauge pump action. Or if you're a real Fud, over-unders only.
Over-under is actually the only kind of gun I don't have.
Shame on you.
That's
okay, we have one more. We have one more person before I say something. Say something, other person.
I'm a squid.
You gotta be kidding.
I bet you've never hunted one of those, Mr. Fudd.
I don't know.
That would be like a Florida man thing to hunt.
Yes. Florida man shooting into the ocean said he wanted to hunt some squid.
Elmer Fudd was actually the worst kind of person.
My tendrils.
They weren't hunting squid. They were hunting calamari. They don't know what squid looks like.
And I'm supposed to be a ninja, by the way, in case you didn't notice. This is a Value Village special. Yes.
We like it. Budget friendly.
You call me the weeb. Fucking dressing up as a ninja here.
Yeah, but you wouldn't be dressing up as a ninja. You'd be dressing up as like Naruto or something.
Never even watched that.
You're
sure you haven't.
It's too entry level.
Out and out lie to us.
Fucking Deathmouse doesn't even need a Halloween. He just dresses up as a fucking maid and goes to the gun range, apparently.
As he should. Don't you disrespect his life choices.
Don't slut shame him.
Whoever's life choices I want.
Don't slut shame him.
Don't kink shame me.
Anyways, hey Garrett, I mean Squid. What have you been up to in the last couple of days?
Oh, the last couple of days, finally doing some hunting there this year, and went and picked up a new shotgun. Finally got a quality one.
Did you catch anything with it?
Did I catch anything with it? I caught a punch in the face with it.
And the anger of your wife?
No, when I fell down, when walking through the reeds duck hunting, and then I punched myself in the face. It was drop the gun in the water or punch myself in the face. Held the gun up. So that was
You
fun.
probably made the better choice. If you dropped the Rustington in the water, then it would have become definitely a Rustington.
It would have dissolved right before your eyes into a pile of brown dust.
Yeah, there was some mild rust.
Did you get someone? Oh, sorry. Talk to the wife. Go on.
There was some mild rust after the shoot, but just
You mean as soon as you step foot outside of the house, it started rusting?
No. Well, maybe, I don't know. It was in a bag. Hard to tell.
No, it's a Rustington. I've owned one of those.
It rusts in the bag before it even gets exposed to the environment.
It rusts in the safe before you even bring it out.
It rusts in the box. It comes
The
with
good thing
factory
is
rust.
that it rusts near the choke too, so it really tightens up the shot.
For real?
Man,
What would be
You
best?
know,
What would be
the
best
rust,
is if the
jokes
choke
aside.
tube itself rusted, not even anything else. Just the choke
all
tube.
that aside, it's actually was quite fun to actually go shooting with a gun that could hit things from a distance. So
Did you
ducks was no problem, but
did you
went
learn
out
how to
to-
ghost load it?
I have not done that yet because I didn't really need to yet. So
Should have ghost loaded it. Hey, Adriel, that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
I know the hunting reg for, let's say, migratory birds says only one in the chamber and two in the pipe. But what if you just ghost load one?
I don't know. I mean, it doesn't say that. It says that the magazine may only hold 2. Doesn't talk about anything on the lifter. I don't know.
You'd have to get caught first, and then they'd ask you why, and then they'd come and check your plug, and then they'd only hold 2, and then you'd in theory be good. Just say you're fast on the reload, I guess.
Well, Adriel likes to fucking quad load when he shoots when he goes duck hunting.
You can only duel. Quad loads won't help. Wait, unless you're running an A5, and then it loads that first one in the chamber. You can do a partial quad.
Yeah. See? That's one of the reasons I was thinking about getting an A5. Then I realized those things are like $2,000, and I was like, nope.
It is a crime to hunt with 4 shells in your gun during regular waterfowl season. Now this is out of the States. I don't know.
It's not really in the gun. It's in the mechanism of the gun.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to like rack my gun out in front of a pit fish cop and have 4 rounds hit the dirt.
Yeah.
Well, that's why as soon as they yell at you, you just empty the 4 shells, and they're like, "Oh, what happened there?"
I didn't hear you. My ears hurting.
Yeah, just shoot it really fast, and they'll go, "Was that 4 or was that 3?"
Yeah, never mind all the other empty shells on the ground.
What else did you do? You said you shot at something but didn't hit anything?
Oh, the first 11 shots at ducks missed every time. But it's the first time I've actually gone duck hunting. I always shot geese. Geese are so slow. Ducks are tiny little missiles. So it's kind of was a new thing. I'm just getting, as soon as I shoulder the gun at a good spot for a goose, and then all of a sudden,
What choke were you using, and what shot size?
Modified and number 4 in the 3-inch.
Number 4 is the right thing to go with. Modified's fine too.
After those first 11 shots, and then once I figured out how much lead I need to put on it, then it was fine. Then in 9 rounds, I killed my 8 ducks that I was allowed. So
there you go.
Did much better after I figured it out, but getting there was kind of ridiculous and embarrassing. So.
At least you figured it out, not like the guy that I helped out last time at the range that didn't know you weren't supposed to adjust point of impact and the point of aim after you took a single shot every single time.
No. Then tried it again, went out sandhill crane hunting and shooting 3.5-inch shells. Oh man, that was so nice. Oh, that's pretty far, but I'm going to shoot it. Oh, look, it's dropping. Oh, it's dying. Word to the wise about those sandhill cranes, though. If you wound them and you come at them, they can reach very, very far to try and shank you with that beak. I shot one.
I think I could take one hand to hand. Would you even need a knife? I'm pretty sure you could just use your bare hands, just fisticuffs, and take out a sandhill crane. Just fuck them up.
Poke your eyes right out on his first stab there.
Just roundhouse kick him right in the face.
And then they stab you in the balls.
Yeah.
Worth the risk.
Yeah. They pump fake, your head comes back, and then you're a one-ball man.
That's why God gave you 2.
Yeah.
I guess you'll only be spewing 2 million guys instead of 4 million guys at a shot.
Yeah. And then I joined the Panic Buy fan club. Finally bought an AR. Not loaded.
That's what you think until you go and you kill a fucking elevator shaft.
Yeah.
Monitor.
Why not?
So tell us, which assault rifle 15 did you buy?
I bought the highest quality one that I could afford, which was a Norinco.
I was about to say.
No, the price was right. Came with a pile of extra magazines. I was pretty sure I was going to end up changing the lower and barrel on it late and everything else, but I just wanted to buy one to see how much I liked it, and I took it to the range and I shot a whole bunch of rounds, and I was like, oh, now I wish this was non-restricted because this is way too much fun for a gun to shoot and play with. So that really made me
wait till you
bad.
shoot a match with it or something, and you're like, oh.
Yeah. No, I went and then it came with just like a quad rail on it when I got it. So I got the finest one I could find on eBay for free float handguard. So I'm also
What kind of tools did you use to mount it? AR tools?
To mount it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a barrel nut tool, the vice block that I bought, and to get my gas block out, no amount of hammering would get the pins out, and I couldn't get the pins out when I used my press and punch and the block to get it out. So I had to get my air hammer out, and my air hammer made very short work of the pins.
Those Norinco gas block pins are notoriously like ultra tight. Like you got to use some rude force with those things, and maybe some heat.
Welded in, like
I said, I used my air hammer. Like I had to fire my air compressor. And
what's an air hammer?
It is a air like chisel, but you put a hammer tip on it, so it's got a little end that like pokes on the pins, and it basically smashed up the gas block and then knocked the pins out. But I had already thought ahead and ordered a low profile gas block. So
it's like a jackhammer in your hand.
Yeah.
That's pretty fucking metal.
I couldn't get it out with a hand. Man, my hydraulic press just kept bending punches, but then I kept taking it back to Canadian Tire. So these punches keep bending. What do you do to them? I'm just hitting them with a hammer. I don't know.
I never thought about doing that. What the hell happened to this punch? I hit it with a hammer. How big was the hammer? Hammer sized?
Yeah, I don't know. A hammer? Well, yeah. And then I
So you're already on your way into bubbaing your own rifle.
Oh, absolutely.
And is that vertical grip a genuine genuine grip or a back pull?
No, it's genuine. I got it in that CanadaGuns Discord secret sniper. So
look at that.
I never paid for it, but someone bought it for me. Nice guy. Because I would have used the highest quality Chinese knockoff on it, but
I was gonna say, I remember. Does anybody remember when True North Arms got in shit in CGN because they got a bunch of AliExpress fake Magpul stocks, but then they just used the Magpul
boxes? Nice.
No, they used the Magpul
image
in their website, and then CGN slapped them around and told them
don't get a month-long ban for that or something.
Yeah, they got banned for like a month because they were doing false advertisement. And then actually, I think it got even funnier because then the reason people noticed that it was a Magpul one is because they had literally just taken the image from Magpul's website and then like shittily airbrushed out Magpul from the image and the actual buttstock.
I bet the actual manufacturer did that.
Oh yeah. What else have you done with that rifle?
With that, I literally went and shot it at 50 yards and then shot it at 100, and I was actually like, oh wow, that's actually not bad. I have a little 6-inch steel gong that was homemade with a chunk of chain on it that I hang out there. And it was hitting it, so I didn't try anything on paper with it because I was waiting for my WK to come in. So.
Much better.
Still waiting on that. But.
Oh no, you took your hood off. Great disgrace to February. Go commit Sudoku.
Sudoku?
Did you say Famerie? That sounded very racist.
Hey, looks like Squid is done. Hey Fudd, what have you been up to in the last couple of weeks? Oh, are you gonna join the Elixir Club of I haven't done shit?
Well, actually, I bought 2 mags for my Canic because
you found some?
Yeah, I went down to London for my buddy's wedding last weekend, and Bullseye is in London, so I stopped by there, and they had mags.
Can I stop you right there for 1 second? Do you actually know people in real life that you hang out with?
Yes, because I don't wear a squid on my head.
Holy shit!
Anyway, I went to Bullseye and fucking bought mags for my Canic. And I'm gonna shove them up Garrick's ass there eventually. And
is that a promise? Sounds like a date night.
Sounds like a regular or Tuesday night for you.
I'll do things that your wife won't.
Perfect.
You can be the other woman.
Hold on, I got popcorn for this.
Oh my god!
And then
Oh,
they
someone
brought
got
out
hit
a
up by the school fundraisers.
$15,000 HK rifle.
Wait,
like,
hold
as I-
up. Pause. Rewind. Play.
Yeah, I was just checking out the fucking mags, and the guy goes, "Oh yeah, you want to see this $15,000 HK assault rifle we have in the back?" I'm like, "What?" And so he brings out an HK G28, 308 DMR. The cheapest thing on this was the bipod. It looked like a shitty fucking Caldwell bipod, but it's basically a fucking HK Desert Tan 308 DMR with a fucking $6,000 Schmidt and Bender scope that had a $1,000 red dot on top of it. And I'm looking at this going, fuck, if I were to drop this, I couldn't afford the damage it would cause.
Wasn't that on CGN not too long ago?
I don't know, but the guy said that they got 3 of them in, and by the time I looked at that one, he'd already sold 2. And I'm just thinking in my head as soon as he said that, this has got to be Chinese, like Hong Kong money that bought these.
Damn.
But like, yeah, it was it was pretty fucking heavy. Like, it was definitely a DMR. It was nice, but I could still build an AR-10 for a fuck of a lot cheaper than that. That's going to perform just as well, because that's all it really is an AR-10 with HK's name on it.
See, you can get a couple of stamps from AliExpress for like $10 too.
Yeah.
And just put H
And shittily airbrush them.
No. It's not an H and K. It's a K and H.
Keckler and Hawk.
Kickler and Hawk.
Yeah, it's got to be backwards because that's how they load everything up on those guns.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
gotta load the magazine backwards.
Yeah.
Put
You don't
the
rack the
button
bolt. The
wrong
bolt
way.
goes forward and the gun is already loaded somehow. Doesn't matter if it's a bullet in it or not.
No, it cocks on open.
Yeah, there was that. They had a KSG 25, and my god, that gun looks fucking stupid.
Oh my god! Did you actually see one of those?
I saw one. It's so dumb. It's so long.
Wait, weren't we gonna crowdfund it? Like if we all like pitched in like $100, we could get Adriel to buy one and review it 100% seriously.
It's $1,800.
Oh fuck!
Which gun are we talking about right now?
KSG 25.
Oh yeah.
My god, it's got like a 20-inch barrel with 2 magazines underneath it. It's so. I looked at it. I'm like, that's a KSG.
I could get in on that crowdfunding.
Yeah, everybody dips a bill in there, and then suddenly Adriel has to review that gun.
And they also had the
Get around the trap with it.
jarred J68 or whatever it is, that disgusting 9mm bullpup that. I asked the guy, is it pronounced jarred or yard? And his response was, it's pronounced brick. Which, very
Funny
correct.
spelling, but yep.
It's very correct. The Caliber did a review on this thing a little while ago, and it's a 9mm bullpup brick that takes Glock mags.
Did you get to handle it, or did you just see
Yeah,
it?
no, I got to handle it. I got to handle the HK too. Like, I got to fucking fondle all of these stupid things I'm talking about.
And how did the brick feel? Did it feel like a brick?
It felt
Oh
like a
my
brick.
God,
It looked like a
that's
brick.
beautiful.
It handled like a brick, but it looked like
Was it in
gonna
30-06 or something not good enough?
function. It's in a dirty evil pistol caliber. So
Nazi caliber,
it
right?
should be banned.
That's right, a
Yep.
Nazi caliber from the First World War.
It should be banned along with everything else in 9mm and every other handgun and semi-automatic firearm.
Please take this with a grain of salt. He's a FUD.
You mean this thing?
Yes,
Yep.
that thing. That is exactly it.
Oh,
Oh boy, look at that! Oh, look at those ergonomics.
That is beautiful.
I was looking at this thing and I'm wondering, where the fuck is the ejection port? It's behind the magazine.
Oh, eject straight down.
It ejects straight down right behind the magazine.
Well,
That's so
at
it goes
least they
into your
got
front
the-
pocket. So you just leave your front pocket open and just puts your
It
brass
just
in there
puts
for your hand.
empties in there for reload.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think
Here's the
Elixir
HK.
found, that was the other one. That's
Holy
the other
shit!
one.
Look at that thing.
Man, that is.
Wait! Present it for everybody.
Oh,
Yep, that's operator right there.
Yep.
Upper 9.
That's upper upper 12
iPod.
upper 29ing or
like I said, that
28ing.
iPod looks like some cheap shitty $50 Caldwell, and everything else in that gun is expensive as fuck.
Hold up. I think I legit have that bipod on my fucking Tika right now.
I probably have one fucking laying around too.
I think my wife has the stock. I think she's got that boot.
Nice. It says round log on it though.
What is that?
It says round log.
I know, but what does that mean?
I didn't even see that.
I counts how many kills you get. Obviously.
Is it telling you to note how many shots you've taken with it?
Probably. And then it says
probably round log in German.
Yep. Direction of fire.
Oh my god, that they've actually labeled that.
Oh wow. Wait, it's got a 25 MOA base?
Yeah.
No, that's the rings themselves.
No, that's what I mean.
The base and rings are integrated.
Yeah.
And the scope is
one click equals 1 centimeter alf.
Alf.
Yeah, that's wasn't that Millie Rats?
Dude, that is a Cadwell bipod. I can guarantee it.
I know. I seriously.
Dude, I am not joking. I have that bipod.
Don't the Harrises look very similar though?
I think they
do. How small it is, but
like it might be a Harris, so it might be $100 bipod.
Which is like they don't function the fucking same.
The Caldwell one, like I have one, and the screws have left it, and now I have something else.
I remember Remington sells theirs with a Caldwell because we had a Remington VTR come in once with a Caldwell on the front, and yeah, it after a while of it just didn't screw in anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So people wanted to look at it and be like, well, this bipod's supposed to just hug the stock, but Remington's lifetime warranty, call them.
Well, why is it restricted? This is bullshit.
Because it's an AR-10.
Oh.
I realized that after I mentioned that it would make a hell of a deer gun. I'm like, oh, wait, this is probably restricted because it's an AR-10.
And don't you know, boys and girls, the AR-10 is derived from the AR-15.
Yes.
Oh.
But which one's better?
The ones that are non-restricted.
The
bigger one.
The one with the bigger number, obviously.
Okay, we're going to do this really quickly. Elixir, have you done anything unrelated?
No.
Okay, Adriel, what have you been doing?
I wasn't done.
Oh, you weren't done? Okay, keep going.
I'm taking an IDPA course this weekend. That's all I was going to say.
Oh, did you reload behind cover? Did people yell at you? Cover!
No, I'm taking it this weekend, not last weekend. So
sorry.
I'm sure I will get plenty of yelling at it for reloading behind cover.
Just make sure you reload behind cover. Those dirty 10-round magazines.
Oh, fuck. They have an SU-22, and it's only $600.
Ew.
And then you own a Keltec, so...
Hey, we're thinking about crowdfunding the KSG-25, okay?
Start the GoFundMe.
Put it up
should
on
we?
Put it up on the Hunting Gear Guy Patreon.
There we go.
Adriel, should we? Should we do a GoFundMe to get you a KSG-25?
There has to be a more meme-worthy gun. Like, yes, KSG-25 is meme-worthy. That jarred J26, J68, whatever, J brick. Starts
way up.
No. I have the ultimate meme gun. There you go.
Oh. That's pretty meme-ish.
Go grouse hunting with that thing?
It's only $600 too. That's not bad.
Is it?
No,
it's non-restricted.
Adriel, if you are gonna go grouse hunting with it, you have to be wearing full Nazi uniform regalia. It's the whole thing.
Yeah.
We speak only in German the whole
Achtung!
Achtung!
What are your papers?
Document rounds.
Juden! And then you shoot at the grouse. Okay, now that we're on that officially another list, what have you been up to, Adriel?
We've officially been
on list.
demonetized.
Crazy, are you done yours?
Yeah, I'm done.
Okay, cool. I got a space gun and many mags. It's Speaking about war crimes, it's probably like a war crime just to show it on camera because it's 7.6 pounds.
Whoa.
Oh, think of.
Oh, look at that big old dong.
Look at that big old dong.
That is girthy.
That is girthy.
Oh, you can really hear that click, hey?
Hey, Adriel, would that bad boy happen to be in 45 AARP?
It is in 45 AARP with big old mags that only take 10 rounds each.
Boo.
But I got lots of them. I got this thing on trade. I traded my Savage 10 TR for this. What? And it came with 12 mags. 12 mags. They're KCI mags. They're not like as good as the Glock mags, but still 12 of them. So,
what kind of fucking special 10ER do you have?
It wasn't an MDT.
Well, yeah, it had a chassis on it and all sorts of other stuff. Yeah.
It's also only a Gen 1.
Only a Gen 1, yeah. So like the Gen 1s, the stock wobbles a little bit right there compared to the Gen 2s.
Is that it? Is that the only issue?
The trigger's different, and the safety is on the Gen 2s is a 45 degree instead of a 90 like this one. Not that it matters.
That matters to
Gotta roll weapons cocked all the time.
Yeah.
Also, I love that sight radius.
Yeah, that's how it came. So,
yeah, I love that Neo Confection said it on the sub. It's like, it's a Glock gun. It must have Glock sight radius.
Yeah. My guess is that this guy had a red dot or something here and he just moved it up. But yeah, that's a neat gun. So for people who haven't seen these before, this large middle section here, the bolt actually recoils back and pushes this thing down so that when you shoot this thing in full auto, it's basically holding the gun down against recoil. So it's very controllable in full auto, which is perfect in Canada when it's semi-auto and we can only shoot 10 rounds out of it.
That sounds exactly like the bullshit space magic the Czechs used on the Scorpion.
Yes, hey, no, man. Their bullshit space magic was way more space magic-y than just some stupid bolt that goes into the gun.
So is it like an AR-15 where you just drill an extra hole in it and then it's good, or what? The average person can just do it.
Hey, no. Remember, kids, machining is easy. The RCMP said so.
So as long as you've got the guiding for where that hole is, your AR-15 is converted automatic.
Hell yeah.
That's kind of interesting. I don't know how many people have seen one of these things, but they got a latch. There's your bolt latch. This is non-reciprocating, but it's also locking. So just doing that moves the bolt a little bit, so it'll pull it out a first little bit in case it's like really locked up in there. You can ring it back there. And if you haven't seen one taken apart on camera, I could do that real quick. Just uses these. It's kind of like a Keltec. These little springy.
They're not captive.
Oh no, they're not captive.
Complaints in H and K.
Get that last one out there. And then what she'll do is just separate.
Oh, that's kind of sexy.
So there's your plastic with aluminum top rail on there and the trigger. And the trigger and hammer. There's a hammer right there, and it swings down. So I'm just going to hang on to it.
Oh, that is so space magic
right there.
So
that is so space magic.
Which part is the lower, or is the lower considered the upper?
I think it's the bottom one.
Where's the serial number?
Which one's the firearm?
This one. Oh. This one's the firearm.
Lower is the firearm.
But it doesn't go bang that way.
And there's the bolt. See the bolt there? And this rail is how it moves the thing down, because it moves the recoil spring and it just goes down into the gun like this. So you pull it back and it goes like that. And it pushes this whole thing down into the gun.
So obviously this is a space M305.
No, it's a space PPSH.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, real weird, real spacey kind of setup on these. They don't come with the 4 Venus there. They're normally just, you put your hand right there. Your magazine release is just on the left-hand side there. I think you can get an extended one of these because I've shot one of these before. No, fuck your Ambi. I mean, the charging handle's left hand only, and the bolt hold opens left hand only.
Carson
That's
left-handed.
right there. Yeah, so don't be left-handed.
Yeah.
That's what you
And,
get for being devil-handed, boy.
But in all the video games, you can just press the button and swap hands and then reload no problem. Why can't
There
you
you
do
go.
that?
You could.
It's true. It's true.
Let's see what else did I do. I shot a pistol match at Phoenix. Shot it with my Shadow 2.
Phoenix, Arizona?
Yeah, no, Phoenix gun range in Edmonton, just on the south side. It's like an indoor range. They run pistol matches through the winter, and I wanted to practice my pistol shooting and get better at that. So
Oh, is
that's
that
one
the
of those.
one that you did with the weird ass stairs?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, it's IPSC style, but not quite IPSC because IPSC's got its own like regulations around it, and they kind of go a little bit more drillish. So they're doing drills in it. So which is perfect for me because I don't really care about shooting IPSC classes. I care about like the practice. So went and shot one of those. I got my Red Hill tactical holster back and it's fixed. So before there was like a ton of like back and forth movement that was possible on it. Now no more. And now it's got a nice click in there, which is exactly what you want for a pistol. You want it to just click into the holster because that means that it's retaining it correctly with the trigger guard there. So
Are you gonna go to Dairy Queen with this one?
I'm gonna just use that one for IPSC because IPSC a light holster isn't a bad thing, and for 3-gun I'm already used to that. Actually, why down there? Got it right here. I'm already used to this guy, and this guy is positive retention. It's this gun is not coming out of not coming out of there ever.
Didn't
Didn't
you get a match DQ because that gun jumped out of a holster?
Not this gun, but a different one. Yeah.
Is it your race gun?
That
Your
is
11?
no, that one didn't jump out of anything. This is heavier though than my race gun, so this is a little bit riskier. And then
Hey, Joel, before you move on from that, are those mags 40 mags?
this one is not, but I have some that are 40 mags.
And how are those treating you?
Excellent. They no tweaking or anything like that required from the factory. You get a 40 cal Mekgar mag like this, and it'll run in your Shadow.
Ooh.
Yeah, which means 13 rounds instead of 10, which in 3-gun's good. In IPSC you can't do it, but in 3-gun you can. So yeah, I got a couple of those. They're also really reasonably priced. Like pistol magazines, average price $50. For like some H&K Space Magic, you're probably spending like $100, $125 per mag. For 2011s, you're spending $130 to $150. These are $35, and they're all metal except for the bottom, which is plastic. Pretty good.
Space Magic.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Pretty good. And like CZ actually uses the Mekgar mags. They send the Shadow 2s out with Mekgar mags now instead of anything else. So no harm getting one of the Mekgar ones.
Dang.
I got some bullets out pouches, or rather I got some pouches that'll work with either. So these ones are going bullets forward, which just means that your magazine would be kind of facing alongside your hip there. Whereas I've got some other ones where they'll go out. Now the advantage in 3-gun is that I can pack more of these into a smaller space. And like 3-gun, you're running out of space pretty quick, right? So I got some like this, and then I also put some magnets on the front, and that idea is that you can just slap a mag on there as you're walking back after you've finished shooting. You can just grab your empty mags and kind of slap them on that magnet and just hang on to them until you get to the end.
You should put your phone on that mag.
Yeah, that would work.
I mean, on that magnet. Magnet.
It'd work once, right? It would work once.
There's a guy that doesn't know much about those belts like that. I see that belt is very rigid.
Yeah.
What's it made of? Hard plastic?
I don't know. Yeah, it's got some super stiff stuff in there. It's the more rigid, the better. And this thing, yeah, you can put a ton of weight on it, and it will not really bend. That's what you want. You want something that's rigid. This is just while I'm on the subject, this is an inner outer, so it's got Velcro on the outside and on the inside. The inside you wear like a normal belt. You put it through your belt loops, and it's got the fuzzy Velcro on there, and then you stick this thing on there. So it's like a really secure way of having all your shit on one belt, and also having another one that's secured in through your belt loops and whatnot. So it's not going to ride up or down on your belt. And then, oh yeah, I ordered another belt and a bunch of ammo and some other stuff from Tendies. I can't remember what.
Tendies.
Johnny Muzzy?
That's it for me.
Oh yeah. So how many belts are you allowed to wear?
Well, I have worn 2. So I've got one for a shotgun that's got a bunch of shotgun shell carriers on it, and if I'm on a stage with a whole shitload of shotgun, I'll just strap that guy across my chest and just do that.
Okay. I was going to ask if you could do one. I was going to ask if you could do one around your hips and then, right up at your nipples.
You could
wear a plate carrier.
The nipple one's though for fun. Like it just makes the recoil more enjoyable.
Yeah. No, why I got another belt, because this belt's fine, is I wanted to set one up for either set one up for IPSC and one up for 3-gun, or set one up for 3-gun and one for my Glock, let's say. I don't know. I just wanted another one.
I see.
That's it for me.
That's it? Okay. I went out shooting again for the first time in Alberta in a long time. And of course, I ran into some prick. But this time around, at least I didn't get a gun pulled on me. So we went out into the bush, Wipers, which is a big swath of Crown land northwest of Calgary. And Adriel, I'm going to get your opinion on this one because everyone there was just like, what the fuck is this guy going on about? So we get out to the spot, and basically it's just like any other fucking spot out there in the middle of nowhere, which is just you drive down a dirt road, you see another dirt road, you pull off that dirt road, and you see a clearing, and you pull off. So we're sitting down and shooting for a good hour when we see another truck drive down the road. So not towards the main road. Towards the main road, not off the main road. And the guy coming out, walking out of the truck, and I'm like, okay, what's going on with this? And that's when we noticed that the guy's taking pictures of my license plate. So we're like, what the fuck is this? And so we're like, hey, what's going on? He's like, oh, hi. Yeah, you guys are technically in private property. Okay. Yeah, I'm leasing this land from the government. Okay. And you guys are trespassing. Okay. Where is the sign that says private property? Yeah. Oh, no. It's not my property. I'm leasing it from the government.
So leaseholders have it until November 1st. So you can call them, ask for permission to go on their property, the government's property that they're leasing. But leases in Alberta are theirs generally until November 1st. Then you call them up and you're like, I'm going to go deer hunting on your land. And they'll generally have to say yes. Yeah,
see, but this is where it gets even funnier, because we go, okay, so what are we supposed to do? It's like, oh, you guys don't have to do anything. Okay. Yeah, can we keep shooting? Yeah, you guys are allowed to shoot. Okay. So what's the issue? Oh, it's the vehicle. You're trespassing with the vehicle. And how does that work?
Maybe he's scared of you guys like fucking up the crop or something like that.
Dude, no, this is bush. This is just straight bush.
Is it grazing land? Because you can get something called a grazing lease.
No. What he was talking about after we asked him was like, so what the hell is the problem? Like, what's the problem? What he was talking about was that he pulled out a map, and in this map he said were all the roads you're allowed to drive on. The road that we drove up to the spot that we were at, and that we used to climb a little hill to take the car into the clearing to park it and unload. He said that road was his.
Did he have it clearly like marked out with signage?
Nothing.
Private property. Nothing.
The only thing that was there was a wide open gate, just a gate, open. No private property sign, no private road sign, no nothing. And so what he was saying was that if the fish cops came, they would give us a ticket for driving a vehicle off road in
Will you be off the
Wipers.
right away if it was a lease, right? Because they have to have where the property's divided up. There's 90 feet from the center of that, right? That's the right of way to access anything that's on the inside.
But the weirdest part was he said, he took out a fucking map of the region and he gave it to us afterwards. So, yeah, you guys can keep those. Okay. And it's like the Ghost Public Land Use Area map. And he said, you're only allowed to drive vehicles on the roads that are on the map. This road is not on the map. So you guys did something illegal by driving the vehicle off road.
I mean,
that
maybe.
sounds stupid.
Well,
doesn't
like
sound right to me.
it could be the road may be private. Generally, when you want people not to drive on your property, you put up a no trespassing sign, and you're fucking good to go.
Yeah.
Maybe
Or-
you couldn't.
Or get this. It gets even. It becomes exponentially more stupid the more we talk to him. He said, "Oh yeah, it took me years to get the government to put up that gate, and I still can't get them to lock it.
Huh.
So why
Like-
can't he?"
Then get a chain and a fucking padlock.
Well, maybe it's a right away thing that he has to provide. Because what happens with a lot of these leases is they have to provide access to hunters who want to go in like after November 1st, right? So like a grazing lease, for example. And then this may vary depending on your county and depending on fucking everything else. But a lot of the times these grazing leases look like bush. You're allowed to like throw your whatever crappy animals you don't really care about into this area and let them like graze on it. Maybe you got like llamas or something like that. You can throw them in there. But then November 1st comes along. If someone comes knocking on your door or calls you because there's maps that say who owns or who leases this stuff, says, hey, I want to go shoot some deer on your property. You basically have to say, okay, here's how you get onto the property and here's how you don't fuck it up, right? So,
yeah. Or I have cattle there, so watch out for them.
But he shouldn't have cattle there
shouldn't,
after November 1st.
There's always reasons. But
Yeah, maybe he forgot one out there or something like that. So he's like,
don't shoot the cat.
don't
Yeah.
shoot old Lefty out there.
Yeah.
I still like him.
And one of the things that we said is like, okay, so what's gonna happen? He's like, oh, I'm gonna pass the license plate on, and then the province is gonna send you a letter, and it's gonna say you trespass, don't trespass again. Okay, and if they catch you doing it again, they're gonna send you a ticket. It's like, okay, so what should have we done? And he says, oh, you guys are allowed to shoot here, it's fine, but you can drive the vehicle over here. So if you were to do it again, you would hike in all of your gear and shoot from that spot, but you'd have to leave the vehicle on the main road.
Okay, well, now you know how to use a very specific shooting spot.
That you won't do again.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because we literally pulled off on that spot simply because, like, oh, we could pull off on this new spot that we've never shot in before, or we could keep driving another 10 minutes to the spot that we usually go to. So
Next time, 10 more minutes.
next time,
Yeah.
10 more minutes, and
Save them.
This whole leasing thing sounds dumb.
It's weird.
It is, but it's not. Like, I mean, it's nice that the government keeps that land available to people that aren't landowners, which is nice.
In Ontario, you just don't do that. If it's crown land, it's crown land. Anyone can.
You guys
use
don't have much for
Grazing.
land and grazing leases and that kind of thing.
Well, when we have fucking just as many cows as people here, it, makes a bit of a difference.
Yeah.
so I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. The guy's like, yeah, you might get a letter in the mail saying that, you trespass and you can't do that, and if they catch you again, they're gonna give you a ticket.
Why did he
Sounds
bother?
pretty reasonable.
Yeah.
Why did he bother? He could have just told you all this and been like, I don't give a shit, so I'm not going to say anything like this.
No, he just doesn't want people driving on his road. So
Well, that would
here's an
be more
official
realistic
letter
thing.
saying don't drive on my road.
Or, hey, you guys can come and shoot here. Just please stop your car at the gate. Oh, okay, man, no problem.
Yep,
That seems
that
like
makes
a-
sense.
Way less confrontational way to do it.
Or put up a fucking sign. Like, literally, this is
He might not be able to. So depending on the county, if he has to provide access, then he can't put up a no trespassing sign, right?
Or say,
So is it
Put
his
up a
property
plain
or
English.
not? No, it's not his property.
No,
What can
it's
you do
Crown
there?
land. He's renting it or leasing it,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
He's leasing it. So so all he can do is bitch that someone drove on his road.
Pretty much.
And I might
But
get a letter on the mail saying,
If it's crown
Who
land,
drove?
he shouldn't be making roads that aren't accesses, because there might be another chunk of crown land behind it that access has to be provided to, which
Yeah.
is why there could be a road.
but then
I
why is there a
mean-
gate? Why is there a gate and why can't he lock the gate?
But farmers like to put up gates everywhere.
Yeah, but this gate is literally wide open and there's nothing there. Like this is as middle of nowhere as it gets. And then this guy just came out of the blue. It was like, yeah, you guys can be here.
That's all of Manitoba to me, man. There are just gates for no reason that you can drive through the gates because it's crown land, but there's a gate.
Anyways, this gate talk has probably run its course.
It's
Gate
gate.
is over. Yeah.
Gate.
Gate.
On to subreddit business. Please stop putting up, oh my god, Panic bought this. Because I've had to approve about 8 fucking posts going, did I miss something? Are the guns banned?
Panic!
Yes,
Seriously.
they are. Everything's banned. The
Everything
floods
is
won.
banned. If you think it's fun to shoot it and you can't shoot a deer with it, then it's banned.
I could shoot a deer with this Chris.
Shut up!
Chris Vec.
This is the only gun that's legal.
45 AARP. Ultimate tier.
45
Moving on.
AARP.
I think I'll just take one of these 45s and just cut a notch, like an X into the bullet tip, and that'll make it like
No,
to go
just
for deer.
grab a hand drill and take the middle of it off, and there you go. You got a hollow point.
Yes.
I was
The
gonna use
only-
a jackknife and like just rock it back and forth to get the X in there.
Yeah.
But the good thing is you got 10 rounds, so I mean you'll definitely, at least put 4 of them into that deer.
I have 12 mags.
Whoa.
See, if you get
It's 120
a
rounds.
little
First mag change on a whitetail. That'd be awesome.
Better yet, just put up a salt lick and just sit there mowing them down.
No, the
I mean, it's
Honestly,
got the
they're-
suppressor on there, right?
Oh yeah. It's got some of them subsonic rounds. Can't even hear them. They're whisper quiet.
Blackouts.
I mean, after this much there can't be any sound.
Nothing.
Gotta be
Mhm.
perfectly silent.
Perfectly silent.
Well, you know what you should do is you should tap it for the solvent trap.
Oh.
Let's not.
No.
Hey, look at that. We're on another list. That makes 2 in one episode. We're about to break a record. Quick, crazy, make a weird anime sex joke, and then we'll get on another.
I prefer not.
So,
to.
guys, if you want to turn your AR-15 to full auto, right here.
No, if you
Just
want
get
to
out
And
the
good
drill.
night, everybody. That'll be all for tonight. 5 lists in one episode.
if you
Hold on, I
want to
can go
disable
again.
your AR-15, to kill it dead, drill a little hole right here, and then cut the barrel off right here.
Right at
I
the gas.
can
plug.
go and get
Yeah.
my
No,
knife that flips open with my finger. Evil, deadly, prohibited
Oh,
weapon.
oh, wait. There we go.
Oh no! There's another list for you.
Last night there were 3. Oh my god, what's with the panic posts caught in the spam filter? And I was like, I guess they're all going up at the same time. And so there were 3 back-to-back posts on the sub. What's going on? I have been away from guns for a while. And
What is
And
going
then-
on?
And then there's another 5 today. It's 8 total so far in the last 48 hours. And that just makes me wonder, do people just look at the front page? Is that like the
I'm
average
helping.
Redditor? Is that like the average Redditor behavior? Like
Yes.
the people that just,
People don't scroll down, man.
like unless it's on the front page right there in the first 4 links, you don't give a shit. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay.
See, I don't even bother reading articles. I just read the title and then comment on that.
Yeah, they get sensationalized and then just jump right in.
I just upvote or downvote based on whether I agree with the title. I never read the articles.
Ooh, you're a power Redditor.
This thing I agree with, yes, upvote. This thing I don't agree with, downvote.
Down votes. That was
Finally
actually
read the title, but I'm going to
really
comment
funny
on it.
because on the post. Oh fuck me! I forgot about that. Last week's shenanigans with
We're
the
up to
election
shenanigans.
and Toronto and the right wing death squad.
Oh yeah, Meta Canada.
Meta Canada. We got brigaded. So
Rogated?
And
we got brigaded.
Brigaded.
Yeah. I think it was Monday. When was the election? Bud?
the election was on the Monday, so I think it happened over the weekend.
Yeah, I think it was Friday. Like I want to say Saturday or Sunday night. The gunblog.ca made a Twitter post where they came out in support of Faith Goldie,
Oh dear.
the potential candidate for the mayor of Toronto. Now, this individual seemingly decided that becoming associated with which side?
Do you want?
Fuck it, you go.
Yeah,
He's in
okay, so
Toronto.
basically what happened with Faith Goldie is she used to be a reporter for The Sun, and then The Rebel, so that should tell you the kind of people she's associated with. She got fired from The Rebel for going on a podcast run by the leader of the Daily Stormer, which is America's #1 neo-Nazi website. After Ezra Levant specifically told her not to, she did it anyway. She has called the ideas supported by the Unite the Right rally in Charlottesville robust, which includes the Jewish question. Like, she literally mentioned the JQ by name, and what that is it's a conspiracy theory saying that Jews control the media and the banks, and they're trying to take over the world or some bullshit like that. So she has supported that. She has supported other things perpetuated by these Nazis in Charlottesville. She has repeated a Nazi slogan known as the 14 words, and then tried to defend it as innocuous, which I shouldn't need to explain why. The content of the phrase isn't the only thing that matters. It also matters in the context of who created it and why when you talk about things like this. So basically, while she might not necessarily be a neo-Nazi, she has certainly associated with them at several points in the past.
And I should mention, not sought to disassociate herself from it.
Exactly.
So it's somebody that goes, these people really like me, and I haven't said I don't like them.
Thoughts are going to thought.
Take that and make it into a bubble. So the gunblog.ca goes, this is the only candidate that you should vote for if you are pro-gun. And then someone posts that link to that Twitter comment on the subreddit. And thankfully for Adriel's comment before, it got downvoted because it was basically saying, oh yeah, this is a pro-Nazi stance. And people were like, yeah, we don't want to see that. But then something really odd started to happen. A large number of comments were made on that post in favor of the stance and the beliefs that this person and that the blog and whoever runs the blog were seemingly in favor of. And the people calling out the content and the opinions and the ideas of these candidates were continuously being downvoted. And the posts that were is this far left wing or right wing? Far right. All the far right posts, just massive amounts of upvotes. Like, I look at a lot of this content, being one of the moderators of the sub, and we rarely break like 20 or 30 upvotes for a really popular comment. And some of these comments had like 60 or 70 upvotes in a post that was in the negatives.
That Meta Canada isn't running alts. No. There's like
I don't know what the hell their deal is. The Totes Messenger bot showed that the post had been linked in Meta Canada. And let me tell you what, those folks in that little bubble. Yeah.
Oh man, I read their post too. It was hilarious.
Yeah, it was interesting seeing that.
Apparently, we're
post.
all a bunch of retarded liberal fuds who are going to shoot up a school and shouldn't own guns.
Well, that sounds like you in a nutshell.
Well, I mean, yeah, just look at us. I'm dressed as a freaking ninja, and
I'm fucking Squids McKenzie.
I think we lost Elixir. Oh, are you gonna dress? Oh, he's dressing up. He's dressing up.
Oh, he's gonna put a black hoodie, throw that face mask on.
Oh,
Mossy Oak.
Mossy Oak.
There we go.
Now you're. Oh no, we have 2 foots. Oh man.
Yeah.
Anyways, eventually it became rather apparent that there was something fucky going on in that post, and we locked that shit down and we made a post about it. But I think this is the first instance that at least I've had to deal with as a moderator where we clearly got brigaded by another
One of the things that
user base.
One of the things that I thought was hilarious on that is my post about why voting for Faith Goldie and supporting her is going to do bad for the image of gun owners in general got downvoted massively, but my post about hating communism was upvoted massively by these people.
Yeah, oh man, I don't have any camo. Shit, I feel bad. Adriel, go put some camo on and make me the odd man out. But yeah, that happened.
My super vintage camo. Look at that.
Very cool.
It's ultra fake velvet, very smooth. No noise when you move around.
Let's see. Do we have anything that actually?
I got a subreddit one.
What?
BCL 102 versus Stag 10.
Oh, the BCL 102 versus Stag 10. Adriel, you have something to say about this, don't you?
I mean, Stag 10 for sure.
But why, sir?
It's a really well-known company. They put out really good stuff, and you can just put standard stuff on it. It's very standardized.
But Canadian production.
Don't care.
But it's $1,000 cheaper for a used one.
Sure, and then you're gonna spend $1,000 with a gunsmith trying to get it to run.
What if I use my angle grinder on it?
Like your gun is your barrel and your comfort stuff on there, right? So, I would figure if you're gonna make one, you're gonna put a bitchin' barrel on there. If you're gonna buy one, you're probably gonna get a crappy barrel on it, right? Because they're gonna give you a cheaper barrel, unless it's a name brand barrel it comes with, like a Faxon or whatever, right? So the Stags are coming. The ones that are coming into Canada, most of the ones I've seen have been name barrels. Iron Guns had a cheaper one that they didn't say the name on it, so I don't know about that one.
Didn't the name barrels were Faxon barrels?
Yes,
no, those are the new. Isn't the? Oh yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
because
there's a
lightweight one they've got is that Faxon pencil barrel.
Yeah, there's a Faxon pencil barrel, which would be nice if you wanted like a hunting rifle that can double tap your deer.
Yes.
And I don't know. Yeah, I would go for the Stag, and I had a buddy of mine was talking about buying this Chris off me, and if he buys it, I'm going to start up my Stag 10S build in 6.5 Creedmoor.
Why not Grendel?
Because Grendel's like the little baby brother of 6.5 Creedmoor.
And Adriel loves memes.
Need the power of the 6.5 Creedmoor, so I can shoot my deer at 600 yards. Less drift, less drop.
That's perfect for bagging whitetails.
Yep. Yeah, especially at distance. Anyways.
Don't give those deer a chance, man.
Nope. Just ice them from so far away they can't even hear. Like they hear the shot, they don't even know which way to run. True story. shoot a deer at 600 yards
they
away.
start moving. Use that XCR mag and 10 shots are on the way before they even jump.
You get that second one in the air before the first one hits.
Do some ballistics, aim at 45 degrees up.
Oh, that's 650. You're pretty high up off that deer. You're like 2.5 deer up.
Yeah, deer's gonna be a real drop time when you take the one off them.
Yeah.
So for something like that, let's talk real talk for a second and let the meme die for a sec. Would you just use the hash marks on your reticle because you know it, or would you try and adjust using the turrets?
It depends. So I've got a rifle for I've got a scope for my 223 that's graduated, and I know where those hit for real, and they're not where the hash marks are, but they're pretty close. And you just need to know like whether you're holding up above or below. For my one blind, I have everything lazed out around me and printed off and laminated on a sheet of paper in front of me. So I know the distances all on there, and I know my drop at various distances. So if it's at 500, here's how many inches, and I'll just hold over. I'll just like boop, put it on the deer, aim up that much, and pull a trigger and
then shoot the deer directly in its spine.
Yeah, if you can. Yeah.
No. Go for the headshot and then blow its nose off.
Eyeballs out. The eyeballs.
600 yards right in the spine, and let it suffer for about 20 minutes by the time you walk over there. Go put him out of his misery. The deer sounds like
don't forget your spear though.
Oh yeah, your GoPro
Yeah.
mount, your GoPro equipped spear, so when you can go stab it in the face, you can see its eyeballs bulge out.
Aren't you supposed to choke the life out of it? Like, with your bare hand?
I was playing Red Dead
rifled my deer to
Redemption,
the
and you're
ground.
supposed to use a knife to the chest cavity.
Is
in
that
Red
what
Dead
they do?
Redemption?
Does that
Ah,
work?
stupid. In real life? I mean, in real life, you'd cut their throat, but
No, just beat it to death with the butt of your rifle.
Yeah, while it's loaded, safety off.
Do the Queen of England. Take a cane with you and beat it to death with the cane.
man, that sounds like a lot of work, you guys.
No, it's just
I'm
pretty
way
wired.
later
Just
than
shoot the
this.
deer a second time, guys. That's the
See,
easiest way.
I run down the deer for about 20 hours, and then I wrestle it to the ground, and then choke the life out of it.
Oh,
Do
RNC.
you make
yeah.
love to it before or after you choke the life?
Yes.
After.
Not during?
During.
Porque no los dos.
Really look him in the eye when you're choking him. So
See,
he
I have the
knows.
little tool that you can just pull their butthole out.
Oh, nice.
So you use that first,
Oh,
and then you're good.
we used to sell butt plugs that you're supposed to shove them in the deer's anus, and it makes it
Butt
easier to
outs.
pull the anus
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I have.
Yeah.
But, you guys just don't use your finger?
Why would I use my finger? That's gross.
I bite onto it.
Angel gnaws the anus right out of the deer.
Enough. We are officially on like 17 other lists. Good
What's that?
work.
Necrophilia.
Hey, it's still
bestiality.
legal as long as there's no penetration.
Do
it's
your
getting
teeth and
better.
tongue count?
18.
What was it? Tongue punch that fart box?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, I can't believe I said that. Okay, we're done. We're through. Is there anything else
I
we'd like
don't
to
know
talk
what this
about?
Mattia Dairy thought. He's saying this is weird in the chat. What did you expect? Have you never seen this before? Like,
Angel, I didn't make it to the last show there. You got your WK. How have you been liking that?
Awesome. I took it
Oh
out
shit!
to
I got to shoot that too, Dan.
3-gun match and won my division with it, and I'll take it out again on Saturday. Yeah, this Saturday to another 3-gun match. So
And what have you done to yours so far? Just the trigger or what?
trigger, stock, a couple other things. I changed the extractor spring just in case because they're like $3.
Yeah.
So what did you what was wrong with the original one, and what did you put in?
I thought it was a little bit light. I hadn't actually I had one failure the first time when I went out, but it could have been something else. But I just replaced it anyways because they're
Failure
$3.
to extract.
Yes.
And what did you replace it with?
Just a AR-15 extractor spring. They sell the spring in the little donut, and I didn't put the donut in. I just put the spring in, and it stiffened it right up. Like
So
that
that
may
would-
not have been it because I pulled around and had powder spray all over the inside of my gun. So there might have been like powder granules that got in behind the extractor and kept it and stopped it there. But I just for $3, why do I care? I just put a new spring in and don't worry about it.
And the stock barrel's been doing the 3-gun well enough for you?
Oh yeah. Yeah. And I actually got some really good groups. I didn't show the groups. Do I have them in here? Maybe not. I got some like 1-inch groups with that thing with like decent ammo, decent hunting ammo kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be after the 3-gun match on Saturday. I hope we end early because I want to sight it in for that ammo and confirm my 308 Savage Axis with the factory scope on it, and then go hunt some deer and coyote. So they both better work on that Saturday, and I hope we end early so I can sight in my guns. Because
and Adriel, that factory Axis scope.
Yeah,
is that the badass one that has absolutely no name branding on it?
No, it's not Bushnell.
No, I think Bushnell or Weaver. There's a Savage Axis 2.
The Axis, did it have a Weaver?
Dude, I am pretty sure that those ones are the ones that have blank scopes. They have nothing.
That's the Remington 783 has a blank fucking nothing.
Hey, I love my blank fucking nothing scope.
I'm pretty sure mine, like when I had one of those rifles come with a package deal, they had nothing on them.
No,
Weaver?
Oh, yours is Weaver, because I know the Axis 1 was a Bushnell.
Yeah, and this one's got a Weaver on it, and it's not great, but it's good enough.
Yeah, no, the 783 has a no-name brand. I literally asked the importer, I asked Gravel Agency, what brand is this scope? And they said the world-famous no-name made in China brand. So it has an eye relief shorter than the size of my dick.
That's small.
So,
damn.
Less than 3 inches then.
It's just the tip.
I mean, it's got a drop reticle on it, which I didn't confirm, and probably won't.
Yeah, but what's the reticle for?
That's the challenge. It's part of the mystery, right?
You just buy a bunch of guns and put it on a different gun until you find which actual ammunition works for it.
Nah, I'm just gonna take some 165 grain ammo out to the range and
you goddamn FUD.
Set it in for that. And
actually, no, you're a FUD light. I thought FUDs only ran 180 grains. Federal blue boxes.
Got to get that penetration on deer. Make sure you dump like a whole bunch of energy on the hill behind it, just in case.
Through and throughs.
Yeah.
So
if you can't fuck up both shoulders, you're not shooting right.
Yeah, I think the mag holds 4. I think it holds 4. It's not as good as my Chris. Maybe I'll run the Chris instead.
I like it for deer. You get him
Close
inside
up.
50 yards there. Sneak out.
Make change. Tactical make change.
You should bring a dump pouch and just fucking light them
Assess.
up. Yeah. But remember, you gotta whip your head around so fast that you can't even see what you're supposed to be assessing for.
Oh, there we go.
Well, no, he's got the IR laser in his headgear, so you can see it. Light him up.
And you have to have mags duct taped together, so in such a fashion that they actually can't fit in the gun.
No, I was thinking
for these, one with rag tape and one with blue tape. So one will be rubber bullets just to knock the deer out. So you can
announce every change you make for the mags as well, incredibly loudly.
Reloading, cover me! Deer's dead on the ground.
It's coming right forward. Mag dump.
He's twitching.
Blind.
You guys UAV is online.
All right.
I think we're through. We need after show. We need after show. Say good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right.